afternoon, or good evening. I'm LionHeartBlue, and welcome to another episode of my Scrap Mechanic Survival series. So I've made a few changes to this timber mill. We've got extra pistons now, it's longer. I've removed all the stairs that were here, that were getting in the way. It's a lot sort of neater, a bit more room around it. I've kept the same underneath resource collectors. My pushers are still there. I've removed the slats now because they didn't make any difference. The ones on the ground, I mean, the blades are now all boxed in, so no bits of wood or tree trunks can get pushed through the blades and out the other end. The blades are working fairly well. They still don't spin 100% as I'd expect, but we're collecting plenty of wood now, so I'm hoping soon we can start expanding the base. You'll see a bit more of the base now as I go around to show you. This is where I want to put more wood, so there'll be like a U shape all around in the water, so I can drive up from one end all round and out the other. I can hopefully now start expanding the farm, work on that, and I'm going to have area here made of wood that I can park my vehicles on and start building a proper like home base. And obviously I need to start adding some sort of defences to prevent any of the robots coming in and destroying anything on my base, which they only tend to do when you've planted vegetables or fruits. But I will be expanding this farm soon and adding the automatic planting, harvesting features in a very soon episode. That's not good English, but you know what I mean. So let's just make the final few tweaks to the, oops. Yeah, let me get back up there. Final few tweaks to this timber mill so we can start getting on with something else. So I bring you back early because I've got no idea what's going on. Thought you might be interested. My saws are going mental. I don't even think it's turned on at the moment because the plungers aren't working. So I mean, they're not extended, so it's not obviously not on, but something's not behaving. See, I turn that on now, but the saw blades are going nuts. So yeah, it's rather interesting. I don't really know how to stop it. Oh, and now my side pusher thing's gone right out the other side of my timber mill as well. I'm not even sure you can hear me, but I'm going to try and pick up the blades. It's not easy because everything's flapping around. Can I get them from above? Oh, that smacked me across the map. Thankfully it did no damage to me. I'm not sure what I can do. Look at it. It's like they're all attached with crazy elastic bands. Can I get them from here? I just need to... It stopped, but I don't know where they've gone. Okay, well I won't worry about that. I've got plenty of other saws and bearings, etc. So I'll get everything ready and I'll come back to you when I've done some more. Right, I'm back. So I'll show you what I've done now, and I do believe this is it. I've put the saws this way around now. They seem much more secure. They're welded properly to both sides. They work really well with small bits of wood as well as the big. I'll demonstrate with this little thing. I've added a few more little things like this red light at the top, so when those pistons push the logs to those blades, they work really well, and the sensor turns it off so that the blades stop turning and the pistons retract. But I think I want this light to spin around just for a bit of fun, so we get a nice little spinny red light when the blades are on. So let me just connect this to my controller over here, and I'll get it to spin 360 degrees as well. So now when we turn it on, it should spin. I mean, it would be good to get a little alarm noise going as well, but I'll worry about that another day. Oh, let me get up here first. Right, so if I turn it on, and now you see it spins, the pistons push, and the sensor senses that block and turns everything off. So I think this is it. I don't see what else I need to do to this right now. So it's time to dismantle this and build a new one that works much better. And we're going to build a trailer that sort of length to transport the logs. So let me get on with this and I'll come back to you when it's done. So I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. It's pretty light, so it's fast, it's strong. Got little lights on the front and back to help when I'm cutting things in the dark. It's got one blade on the front, which I think is enough, and I'm hoping it's low enough to cut the tree as low down as possible, so we get rid of the trunk as well. Handles pretty well. A bit skiddy, but then that's the physics in this game are a bit like that. So as you can see, it extends and it cuts the tree quite nicely. Not So that went pretty well. And to save you another montage, I built the trailer before I came back, and I've just attached it to my little vehicle now, and hopefully I can go and get those logs. Need to strengthen this engine a bit, increase its power. Okay, so it's pulling it, but doesn't want to turn. Yeah, it's not really. This is exactly what I was hoping to avoid. I thought building this vehicle first, and I thought the trailer was quite light, that it wouldn't be a problem. What have I done wrong? Clearly something. I mean, none of the trailer wheels are powered. I wonder if I added them to the engine. So I've got the engine to power the trailer's wheels, whether that would help. Let me give that a go. And spinning the right way. Let's see if that helps. Okay, so it's moving a bit better, but I'm slipping into the water, so that's not great. I mean, I can make tweaks to the vehicle. I just want to know if it's long enough, if it's strong enough to take the trunks, but I can't even get over there. Look, I turn the wheel and it doesn't even move. What have I done wrong? I'm sure it's something stupid I've done, and it's probably to do with the way I've joined the car to the trailer. Right. Ouch. I just want to get over there. I'm fed up building. I want to get my logs, transport them. No, I'm not going anywhere like this. Yeah, it's this joint, isn't it? I'm missing a bearing. I need it to turn. So let me take this off and rebuild it. So I'm just trying to think how best to do it. If I left that how it was, just raised it up one block. So let's put this back. The same sort of joint that I had, but facing upwards. I can't see which way's up. Not that way. Take it off. Do it again. Facing up, please. That's it. And now I'll put a bearing on top of there, or not. Do I need bearings on both sides, or just one? See, would that work if I had this straight again and then a bearing on the other side? Let's put a bearing here. And build this side out in the same way. I'll put a bearing this side as well. I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do, but it should give us much more flexibility. So let's do the same thing while it slides into the water. Get my blocks back on. Blocks on here, and then I can weld those two together. Alright, let's hope this makes a difference. Let's drive. Okay, so I can turn now. Not great still, because now I'm colliding with the trailer, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get stuck on that tree now. So I could probably just extend that joint so that when I turn I don't hit the trailer. So let me just make this a bit bigger. I mean, probably it would be better if there wasn't bearings on both sides. So maybe I'll tweak that in the future, but for now I just want to pick up those logs, make sure that this is strong enough for that. I don't want to waste too much time tweaking this if it's going to be useless for the logs. So let me get over there, get the logs, that's what I want to do. So is it going to work now? Still far from perfect, but we're pulling it. It's moving. Yeah, look at it. It's not great, is it? I mean, maybe I need to move to be able to add wheels that turn, add steering to the trailer is what I'm trying to say, because it's just not easy to drive, which defeats the whole object of rebuilding the vehicle. So let me try and maneuver my way around here so I can get the logs into the trailer. The trailer's just pulling me into the water. It's much heavier than I am. So. Right, leave this with me and I'll come back to you when I've got something better to show you. Well, I don't have anything better, but I managed to get the logs on it and drove them back here. I fell in the water 3 or 4 times, which meant I had to keep taking the logs off so I could pick the vehicle up. You can't pick it up, the logs are welded to it, so it was a bit of a nightmare, took a long time. This needs a lot of thinking, reworking, but let's get the logs on here anyway, and I'll think about how I improve that trailer in a minute. I'm just desperate to see this working now. So the sensor now, it turns the whole structure on when a tree falls in front of it, so I don't have to turn it on myself. So that sensor turns it on and off. As you can see, all I did was release the tree by removing the block, and it all just started on its own. And it seems to be pushing well. A little flashing red light's working. Don't seem to have any issues. You'll notice I've removed the pushers. I might have to reintroduce them if I do in more smaller trees, but in my tests it seemed to work. I might have just been lucky, but yeah, I think this is damn near perfect at the moment. I'll let some roadblocks on the floor as well, which I'll pick up while I'm here. So my only issue really now is I can go and cut the trees down quite well, but I'm struggling to bring them back. So that's really my only concern at this moment, to call this whole side of things complete. So I think what I've decided to do is make this its own vehicle, but allow it to transport the little car here. So I want a sort of a ramp that it can drive up. Then you can drive this to a location with trees, cut them down, put them on the trailer, drive the car back on here, and then drive home. That's the idea. I will attempt to sort that out now to build that, and I'll probably go to a montage so I don't bore you to tears again. If you've got any ideas, leave some in the comments, because I'll be happy to hear them. You've probably got good ideas on how to improve this. still a lot of problems there. What I was hoping I could do is let the tree trunks just loose in this trailer, but one issue with that is, where do I put the little car? Second issue with that is that the physics in the game are constantly calculating the collisions of those logs in the vehicle, and trying to work out damage and general physics, and it slows the game down massively. The frame rate drops, so it's not really playable. So I'm still having to weld them. So I'm welding in the air so I can get my vehicle on here. Oh, it's not easy. It's terrible design, but it wasn't supposed to be this at the beginning. So let me just see if I can get this back to base, and then I might call this a night. I'm going to fall in the water again. As you can see, this has been my challenge. I mean, having a vehicle this long on this terrain isn't really working. Maybe it needs suspension, maybe it needs four-wheel steering and four-wheel drive. Or is there a way to make this smaller, seeing as I don't need it to be this long, as long as it's strong enough to carry the logs. So I'll probably work on this offline and show you in the next episode any changes I make to it. But I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching once again. Please leave any comments in the comment section. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, because it really does help, and subscribe and hit that little bell so you get alerted of when new videos are uploaded. Thanks, and I'll see you again.